On top of proposing alternative solutions to our solution, we also have to provide plenty of justification and explanation on how this can specifically work. So on top of explaining precisely how that ad campaign might look in the wild when they do present that to the audience of their own choosing, we also have to explain why we think this is a worthwhile investment for them. What's their return? Why do we even have this reasoning behind it? Why do they even need to do anything at all? Well, first of all, doing nothing allows that problem to persist, and here are the potential negative impacts on that. There are a lot of potential people who would love to help and support our organization or adopt from us if they knew all of these things. Perhaps they're staying away, like I said before, because of that. They don't know it. So doing nothing allows that to persist and maybe even get worse down the road, depending on what the situation's all about. The current approach as well of sporadically explaining on random social media posts every once in a while organically is not helpful. It's not having as much of an impact. While it does explain to a few people and is reassuring, obviously there are still people out there who don't know. So it's not doing enough. We also need to get more people in the door for volunteering, donation, and adoption. So this is one great way that will have a huge return, not only on explaining to people what the organization is all about that they might misunderstand, but it also has a huge return in getting more people in there and involved because they now know about it. And it presents widespread awareness. That's a great way to connect those two because we're spreading the word, we get people aware of the organization. Maybe they already knew about us, but they didn't know this aspect about us. Or maybe they didn't know about us at all. So we're getting that double dipping with the ad campaign because, on top of the push for justifying the name or explaining the name, we're also just advertising the organization in general. So maybe people were only interested in small dogs and they're like, that sounds great. I don't even care that they're rescuing other things. So I would say this has a meaningful impact across the board, and that's how I would kind of present it to this audience.